So I was asking what I should blog about, and one of my friends suggested that I should talk about these little drawings I make when I'm making my blog. So I thought I'd just walk through, like I'm working on this blog here, and I want pictures for it. So here's the next thing I wanted to have a picture of. Like, oh yeah, I was going to do a drawing here. So what I do is I go into GIMP is what I'm using right now to do all of my art, and it's free. That's why I use it. I should mention that I have a laptop. It's a MacBook Air, and I have no mouse. I don't have any input device other than this trackpad on the laptop. So this can be kind of confusing. So yeah, I make a new drawing. I always make it like 800 by 800 right now. I used to do 400 by 400. Um, and I draw. So like I want to draw this like robot street cleaner, and I figure he's gonna probably be like a disc. And it's okay to like redraw. I always start off with black on white with a 3 pixel brush. It's just what works for me. And I, I'm kind of making this up as I go along. I'm just picturing in my head kind of like a little disc bot, like a Roomba, but with a face. Um, okay, that's a little wonky on the bottom, but now I'm wondering if maybe that's okay. Like he's got a little flare on the bottom. He's not quite a Roomba. He needs little, like, teeth, because he's, like, chewing up a road. I need to, like, an edge of the road here. So, okay, that's pretty good. It's got an angle to it. And he needs a pothole, because he's fixing a pothole, so I'm just making some cracks for the edge of the pothole. That'll be just a little bit bigger than him, maybe. And, he's flying over it, fixing it, adding some cracks off of it. The, I don't know what I'm supposed to be talking about, I'm sorry. So yeah, this is just what I do. I'm really bad at drawing, I'm sure you can tell. I'm making another robot here, like a friend robot who's going to be like more of an up-downy robot with arms. So give him a face. This is my big secret, that the way that I make things in front of each other, okay, is I just go ahead and I draw right over top of my lines, because I can go in later and I can erase what should not be seen because it's behind something. There, awesome robot arms. Yeah, give him little feet. I kind of wanted him to be taller than that, but you know what? We're just going with it. He's going to have a brick in one hand because he's putting bricks on the street. He's a bricklayer bot. This is a crappy brick. This is not remotely a rectangle. Okay. Well, actually, it's not too bad. I'm giving him some face. I want him to look like thoughtful. He's thinking about where to put his brick. So I give him an eyebrow quirk. No, no, now he looks mean. Let's zooming in to fix things, and it just happened to center down here, so I'm going back to working on my little Roomba bot. I don't use the eraser because the eraser, I have it set for transparency, but anyway, I make my white guy pencil a little bit fatter, so he's like 6 pixels instead of 3. Otherwise it gets annoying. And I'm just going to go ahead and erase some things that I know I'm going to erase. No, that was backwards. Okay, well, I'm going to fix his face. I want his face to look thoughtful. Let's go back down to 3. Okay, what's a thoughtful mouth? Thoughtful mouth. Yeah, thinky. quirky brow on the other side. Okay, yeah, maybe thoughtful. Yeah, he looks like he's thinking. Okay, now back over here. Let's get rid of this bit between the arms. And let's undo the mistake I made here, where I thought I was erasing. Yeah, that's better. So that's basically how I do that. So the rest of this drawing is just going to go the same. I'm just making lines, you know, speeding this up a little bit so you can see adding him a, this is a trowel, yeah, and making it trowely and making him have a brick hole to fix, so it should be square because he's got a brick area. Da, 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 da. There are no accidents or mistakes, there's just happy accidents. Yeah, I just kind of go with it because it's just a blog. And yeah, we need to add in the other side. Up, and oh yeah, pile of bricks here. I think this is so off. It's not quite right, but I'm just gonna make a pile of bricks. Okay, it's just a blog. Nobody cares how fancy it is. Now I'm going to make the whole thing smaller because I don't need that kind of angst in my life. I'm going to trim it to just what I have drawn already, and voila, I'm like done with the drawing. So now it's time to do color. The first thing I do is I'm going to add a layer. I'm going to add a multiply layer. That I don't know what that means, but that's how I do color. Multiply layer, click OK. My husband taught me this trick. Now when I do the color, I like to zoom in and I like to make my paintbrush extra big because I'm putting down big layers of color first. And we're going to make a nice robot gray, like a blue gray for my Roomba, my street ba. And then I'm going to just make this brush a little bigger, maybe even a little bigger, because the coloring will go fast if I do nice big colors. And yeah, I don't really put a lot of thought into this part, and I'm just making big bold colors. Okay, yeah, I'm trying to like not go outside of the lines, even though I just said I wouldn't care because, you know, I still care. But this is kind of the fun part for me. Using that multiply layer lets me draw the color without damaging any of the lines. And now we'll do the next color. And I'm going to go ahead and speed up the film again because you guys don't need to see all of this. I'm going to get, this is going to be a color for, okay, am I being cliche? He's kind of a C-3PO or brass. But you know, he has to be different from the other guy. And yes, this is how I color when I'm trying really hard not to color outside of the lines. And we need some brick color, brick for the bricks. That's good. So when I'm picking my colors, I try not to use too many different colors in this kind of drawing. I know I'm going to have this red for bricks, and I've got the gold for a robot, and I've got a gray for another robot. And I'll probably use a green for the grass. So that's 3 colors, and that's probably going to be enough for me. I will just use those 3 colors, and I will add darker and lighter versions of them to add depth. So as you see, now I'm starting to really go over the lines as I'm planning out the street. In my description, I say that I have this future where robots repair streets, and because of that, the streets are much more fancy because there's no need for human labor. You can make your street as fancy as you want. You can have it be brick, you can have it be gold, So I want two different robots repairing different parts of the street. And here's where I'm picking slightly like a variation on the gold for the robot to do like a gold part of the road. I didn't like the first gold I got, so I changed it. Although I might keep that for highlighting. I do, like I said, I like to add different shades of the same color for highlight. Yeah, a little more red there. So now it's it's like a zigzaggy street. And I'm gonna probably have to take this brush down again because I've been really crazy. So I'm gonna zoom in and do some more detail work. I've gone back to editing the, I just decided that I forgot to give depth to this pothole, and I might as well give it more cracks. The joy of layers, and then I can go back to this layer. Now I have a 3-inch brush, and that's going to take forever to clean it. Yeah. There's kind of a just visceral joy when you color it outside the lines and then you come back and you color up against the line like that. Swoosh, swoosh. And it's clean and it's so pretty. Now I'm giving it a little highlight. You see I just picked a color that was kind of between the gold and the brown. The gold and the gray. Just so easy to add depth with a little bit of color. Let's speed up again. I know you're getting bored. From here on out, it's pretty much the same stuff. Cleaning it up, putting color in. I switch back a lot between the sizes of the brushes to fit in the holes I'm filling. Oh, it's so fun. Picking a slightly darker red to do the edges of the bricks. And then what I can do, oh, that's so satisfying, is I'll go back and I'll show you later. I'll reselect that brick color when I need it again, because I reuse my shading colors. Here we're adding just a little shade, a darker gold. Look at that. It makes him three-dimensional, gives him shadows. And then I can go back, I can add a highlight color. Really, this is all I ever do. I do a medium color, a highlight color, and a shadow color. 3 colors. Bam, bam, bam. Some objects will only get like 2 colors. I don't know if I'm going to do a highlight on the bricks or just a shade. That's a nice shade. Yeah, okay. Let's see. Oh, see, my crappy bricks look so nice now. And did you see how I selected it from over here? And I'm using it now to actually draw some lines, some 3 pixel lines to match the thickness of the black lines to give the street kind of a texture, just a hint of texture. I'm picking a lighter gray for the curb here. So satisfying. Yeah, I don't think they need a curb on this side. And now all these places where I had too fat of a brush to fill in, I can fill in with a smaller brush. Clean it up, clean it up. Boom, boom, boom. Part of what makes a drawing look complete is to have everything covered. Yeah, I decided not to use that highlight anyway. I had left a little bit of it exposed in case I would. Yeah, see, I'm just using the color to like extend this bricky feeling here. And by making sure that there's no white showing in the image, that makes it feel solid, you know, done. And now I'm working on how to add a feeling of texture to the gold part. Is it like metallic-y gold? Is it, I feel like these curves are more shiny feeling, so I'll go with those. And, oh yeah, I forgot to highlight Roomba bot, he was neglected. You can see I always can undo what I'm doing. And I give him a highlight color and a shadow color and make him so cute. And now I'm sort of semi-erasing part of this to give like a really cracky feeling. And I'm going to add some texture to the grass, a little bit, just a little bit of light, so it looks like grass. And again, I can take the darker green and go over the lighter green. This is all fussing really at this point. Just trying to add more sense of structure. Like here it's so, it looks like he swept clean the errors, so I need cracks where he wasn't. And there, I think we're about done. So I save my image. Oh, I lied. Obviously I'm recording the voiceover long after I did this. Now I save the image. 72 dpi always for web, and I upload it. I always make sure to give it good alt text, and there it is, an image in one of my blog posts. I hope you enjoyed watching this. Feel free to check out my blog at, marievibert.com. Okay, thanks. Bye.